Amen. I label this message the two prophets of the apocalypse. We are standing, I realized recently that one of the clips online, it was cut to where we're saying we are in the midst of the revelation, right? I'm like, that's not what it's supposed to be. Go watch the entire clip, the entire video, so you can understand where we are. But I wanted to clarify that before we continue. We're standing in the midpoint of the Great Tribulation in chapter 11 of the book of Revelation. Just in case we're like, we're living in the tribulation. No, we are not. I know things seem crazy, especially in Democrat states for some reason. I don't know why. But listen, we are not in the midst of the Great Tribulation in the world right now. In the book of Revelation, chapter 11, we are then in the midst of the Great Tribulation. We are 3.5 years in. The world, at this point, for many people, they consider the first 3.5 years a season of peace. That's what they call it. Heaven calls it a season of judgment, restraint. There's still judgment happening. Remember, more than half of the population of the world has died at this point. In Revelation says to you and to me that that is still the calm before the storm, before things really get loud. And in the middle of this global chaos, God does something very unexpected. He does not start with earthquakes. He's not starting with great armies. He does not start with wrath. He starts measuring the temple. Because before God finishes his plan with the world, he establishes those who belong to him even in the midst of the Great Tribulation. So go with me to verse 1 and notice what he says. And he says, then I was given, John the Revelator speaking, John the Apostle, in case you're lost. He says, then I was given a reed like a measuring rod, and the angel stood and saying to me, rise and measure the temple. Notice the three things he's going to mention. Measure the temple, measure the altar, and notice the last part because it's very important, and measure those who, what does he say there? Those who worship there. God measures what he intends to preserve. Please know that. Rise up, John, he says, and go measure the temple. The Bible makes it absolutely clear. There will be a functioning Jewish temple during the Great Tribulation.